once again, I'm here to introduce another amazing website. It's called Kibin.com, and Kibin.com is a essay editing, essay review website, and it is live. So there's people actually, once you send in your paper, and then actually they grade it for you, or they look at your paper, help you with your essay writing. Now you might be thinking, well, there's a lot of them out there. Yes. But Kibin actually offers some free resources. I think that's going to be very beneficial to teachers. So in this case, when you log in, when the Kibins there, as you can see on the top, you have you have access to literally hundreds of essays that have been written. But this is kind of a paid part, so you got to pay for it. The essay editing here, you can send in your essays, but you also have to pay. There is a way to get free credit by hitting the credit balance here. They do say that if you subscribe to an essay, get free essay editing every month when you subscribe. And down here it says get free access by 10 original essays. So if you have essays to upload, you get 1 week access of all the essays and all that for free. They do have certain criteria, so guidelines of what you can actually upload, and it's all listed here, and they'll explain to you what you can upload and what they accept and what they don't accept. But anyways, these two are more of a paid version, so if you don't have 10 essays to upload, you're just simply gonna be stuck with this one at the end. So the free resource right here is what we're gonna take a look at. So what this is, let's go from the bottom up, because I think because the top one, paper grader, is just gonna be, I think, what a lot of you might be interested in. But essay writing help is great because when you click on it, you'll basically get to a website, and they give you a lot of resources on how to write things. 13 compare and contrast thesis examples inspire you. So these are free, basically just essay blogs that basically help your students or help you as well to teach your students about different types of writing. And so this is you can sort through these yourself, but as you can see, they're just literally hundreds of these types of essays, or just things that you need to know about writing in general. But let's head back here. But that's the free part. The second free part I think would be beneficial to you is called the Thesis Statement Builder. And what that does is actually, if your kids are having trouble writing a thesis statement, this is going to kind of help them go through a step-by-step process. Now, you want to help them in the classroom to build that on your own, but if they're on their own at home, or they're basically don't have access to a teacher and they're trying to develop their own thesis statement, this one will actually help you do that. So there's two types that they offer: argumentative and comparative. So let me just click on one of them, argumentative. Let's say what are your topic? And so I'm gonna just write gun violence. Now you can write anything: fossil fuels, school uniforms. They give you examples here, and I'm just gonna type in gun violence here. So anyways, so as an example, so I'm ready to then just click on this, and then what you're going to do: are you again for or against gun violence? Well, we're all against gun violence, so I'm going to click that. I'm ready to choose my focus, and on this page you're going to then add the who is it for. And so is it for the global, is it for students on campus, who is the audience? And so once you have, and I'm just going to put America here, America. I'm ready to make that who's your focus topic. And then here, this is where you're going to I was putting another example here, where you're going to have to do some research, and then you have to put some evidential support here, and you can add more claims if you want. And basically after that, show my thesis statement. It's going to then, based on the information you put in, create a thesis statement for you. So for a student that's struggling to create a thesis statement, this is a great tool to help out. So let's go back to I think the bread and butter of the free resource is Paper Grader. What this will do is you can actually, and this is why I recommend to my students, and not just for the teachers but for the students. I tell my students, and they can upload their own essays, and then somebody will from Kivens will actually read the essay and actually will grade their essay for them, and they'll give some suggestions how to improve it. Now, they're not going to go through every grammatical mistakes. They're not going to then go through every paragraph issues. That's something they're going to have to address yourself, or as a teacher, you're going to have to address. But what a great feedback you get from somebody who actually does writing for a living. And then what you do is you select a file, and then let me just select the file. And so I will put just random file just to show you, as you can see here. And so once you have chosen your essay, your document, oh, by the way, they only accept Word document files. So just make sure that you convert your files into a Word doc. And then, of course, a couple things they need to know. My paper is what type of essay. And as you can see, they can help you so many different types of essays. So if it's also down here a scholarship essay, so if they're applying for college, this is a great thing that they can actually click on and say, hey, I'm applying for college, so it's a scholarship essay. So in this one, I'm just gonna put up here, let me just choose the descriptive essay. I'll just write descriptive essay, and then choose a category, and I'll put teaching education. Choose a format, and then what kind of format? APA, MLA, Chicago, and so I'm going to put that here. Writing prompt is only if you want to give them more information to the grader or the corrector, and to give them an idea what your essay is about. And so it's mainly for the younger grade levels. So if your students are too young, so you might want to give them a heads up as to what your essay prompt is. Again, one of the things before I move on, the Kivens does request that all students have to be, I believe, 13 or older to submit their own papers in. So if you are a teacher and you're teaching 4th, 5th, or 6th grade, one, it has to be in an essay format. Two, it has to be pretty grammatically correct. So that means there can't be a lot of grammar errors on here and before you send it in, and kids can't do it. But as a teacher, you can send the student's essay to them and they'll grade it for you. And the other thing they request is that you don't write any information that will identify who the student is. So you have to delete all names on the papers, documentation, any reference of any students before you submit in. So once you have done that, you can hit continue, and then I'm going to come to a confirmation page, and I say, is this the essay you want to? It is a descriptive essay. It's a category teaching and MLA format, and then you hit yes, grade my paper. Now once you click on yes, grade my paper, this essay will be sent to Kivens, and within 24 to 48 hours, they've been really good about this. I have all my papers that I've sent in, all my students' essays that I've sent in, I've received it less than 48 hours. So they're really good, and they send an email. So whatever email that you log in or as an account holder here, they will send the corrected essays back to you. Now, when they send it back to you, they'll send it through the email, and this is what's going to look like once you click the email. So I have an sample here. They're going to actually have their own rubric, and they're going to grade it for you. So let's say, like I say, if you're a middle school or high school teacher, and this is the feedback they will get on their own email. They said, okay, your essay focus and purpose, you have a 5, contents a 5, organizing a 5, formatting a 5. Convention, though, not so great on this one, it's a 2. So they're going to actually give a couple things. They're not only going to give you a grade, but just give you based on the rubric score, based on how they grade. But whoever graded your paper is going to give a feedback. And this is one of the great aspects of Kivens here. And not only are they generous about giving a rubric, kind of a idea of what your grade will look like, but also giving a feedback and just a word of encouragement how to write better. And so if you definitely benefit from this, they want to encourage you obviously to go on the paid version and make sure that you are they do the essay editing help, which they will go guide you step by step. And so, but the fact that this site has offering of these free resources right here, that alone, I think it'd be a great resource for teachers. Now, again, let me just emphasize that again, students should be 13 years or older. So it's mostly for the upper grade, elementary, middle school, and high school, because they need to have some knowledge of writing essays. And also it has to be pretty clear. And when you send the essays in, it cannot identify any of the students unless you, again, the same thing with, I believe, the students who send them in. They request that you don't identify your name on it. But you will get a email back saying what your grade is, and then giving you comments how to improve on it. So in that itself, I think it's worth checking this website out. And so again, as a teacher, it is just a great feedback, second opinion for the teachers and also for the students, what their paper would look like if they handed it in. And so it's one of the process, again, just for me, that I use in my classroom to help the students in their process of writing. If you were to hand your paper in now, this is what it will look like. I do not like to overwhelm them with this paper grading, because if you're sending them every week, I'm sure, you know, again, just they're gracious enough to grade and read all these papers, but I just kind of do it kind of a midterm, so that way they have an idea where they need to improve from a second opinion from another person. So again, Kibben.com is the website and the free resource part here. And but I would encourage you, if you love their service, to go further, especially if you are into high school and college and you're writing your scholarship. By all means, I think this is worth it. And so again, you can get credit balance. So remember, you can upload your own essays, so you can get access to some of these sample essays database by getting some of the credit balance. But read the details in there for that purpose. But everything else, I would recommend this for the teachers and the students for utilizing for their essays. Alrighty, we'll be signing out here out of Kibbens. Have a good day.